Hello everyone, I am Saksham Sharma, founder of Careerkunj and former HR and recruiter of TCS. In this video, we will discuss how as a fresher you can get into TCS as an HR. So HR is one of the most sought role when it comes to choosing the career because it is a role where you get a lot of respect and people see you as a role model. These are the people who go and take interviews, these are the people who do appraisals, and these are the people who are someone who takes care of employees, and that is where the HR plays a very important role. How TCS do hiring of freshers in HR is something we will be discussing today. And I myself was selected as an HR in TCS, and later on when I have grown up as a senior experienced HR, I was also the panel to select HRs in TCS. So I had a good experience. So please stay till last in this video so that you get all the details about how you can get into HR TCS in the HR role. We will be discussing about all the processes that is required and the qualities that you should have to to clear the HR hiring. To start with, HR hiring of TCS for freshers is called Pitstop hiring. So TCS Pitstop hiring is TCS HR hiring for freshers, and it happens for very limited colleges. They don't go to all the colleges. They are good MBA colleges in the country. So the tier 2 colleges after IIM are usually sought by TCS for HR hiring, and they keep on going to those colleges only. So to name a few colleges which fall under this category are Symbiosis, Sri Balaji Institute of Management, Delhi School of Economics, Maharashtra Institute of Labour Studies, Narsi Munji, and if you talk about Madhya Pradesh, then from Indore it is IMS, IIPS, Prestige. And what I have seen is they are going to the same college year on year. So you can check with your placement cell or your seniors whether TCS has come for pit stop hiring. If yes, then it will come again next year. And in some rare cases, TCS also go for off-campus hiring when the requirements are more, and that is where it is open for all. Anybody who is pursuing MBA in HR is eligible for that, irrespective of the background in graduation. So now coming to the process, how the HR hiring, pit stop hiring happens. So the HR hiring has written round first, and all the people who are eligible to apply get into the written round. Eligibility criteria of the TCS remains the same. If I have to mention two things, then your percentage in 10, 12th and graduation should be more than 60, and you should not have any active backlog, and you should not have gap of more than 2 years. So if that is met, then you are, and at the same time you should not have done your graduation or 10th 12th by any correspondence or part-time medium. It should have been done in a full-time course. So this is the broader criteria, eligibility criteria. If you meet that, then you get a chance to write the written down. In the written down, the most important thing you should know is that what are the topics which is covered. So it is not a tough test, honestly, I must say that. So there are some conceptual topics of HR which are asked here, and these are the famous topics of the subjects that you have read. It covers questions from labor law. Labor law is one area from where the majority of the questions are. Then subjects like organization behavior, human resource development, performance management. So the famous models like Big Five and the other models, the questions are related to that. So if you have read it well in your academics, I don't think so it will be a problem. Apart from the core HR, they also ask the questions about the latest technologies like AI, what is happening in the world, and a small section about something about TCS. So good advice will be you should start following TCS, and what are the latest developments happening there and what they are doing. So you can follow TCS on social media platforms so that you remain updated, and this information will help you to clear not just the written round, but it might also be useful to crack the interview round as well. So this is about the written round, and they I think also have a few questions on reading comprehension, wherein you have to read a paragraph and answer the questions. And I think that is the most easiest part, because all of you must have done in your competitive exam that you have given before. Okay, so after you clear the written round, you get the call for interview. An interview process happens on a different day, and it's a very long process. It takes the entire day. And in the interview round, first your document verification will happen, wherein they will check what all the eligibility criteria that was mentioned, are you meeting that or not. After that, there, the first stage is group discussion round. So the GD happens on a HR related topic, and all the participants have to share their view. But the best part of the GD is that it is not a rejection round. So nobody who appears into the GD get rejected, but all of them will go into the GD, to the interview round. It is just to see the confidence and communication level of the student, so that we can understand, we get the prima facie understanding of the student. And then after the GD, you will be given a case study, and it would be related to an HR topic, wherein you have to solve the case as an HR manager, that what advice you will give as an HR manager to solve that problem. And then this is given to you just before your interview call, like you are waiting for your interview. So when you are next, it will be given to you, so that you have 10-15 minutes to go through that. And so 10-15 minutes is a good time. You can think of couple of answers that fit best for that particular problem. And then you take that case, it is given to you as a printout. You take that case and you get into the interview room, wherein the panel will be there to take your interview. So the first thing, I think the first thing it happens is they usually start from the case. I'm talking about the interview round. Now the interview round has started, so they will understand what was your case. So you have to debrief your case, that what was the situation, what were the characters, and what is the problem statement, and what is your views about it. So a good whatever you answer, there would be cross questions from that. And then post which they will come to the core interview questions, wherein they will be checking your subject knowledge about HR, your understanding about the trending HR issues which is happening as of now in the industry. And then at the same time, they will check your communication, presence of mind, analytical skills, and your confidence level. So as an HR, you should have a very good communications, because these are the people who interact with the employees a lot, and for that you should have a very good communication. So that is a must, not just for TCS but for any other company if you are aspiring to be an HR. Okay, so the interview is very senior panels takes the interview, so very difficult to manipulate them or bluff them. Okay, only if you have done some good work, you have some good knowledge about the HR, and sound understanding about what is the function, and if you have done some good internships or projects, you will have an advantage there, and there are high chances that you can get selected. Since HR is a very small function in any company, so number of the requirements are always very less compared to the core workforce. So this hiring is for very limited numbers. If I have to give you a number, it is, I think, hardly 150 to 200, even sometimes less. At my time, it was just 60 people who were selected from Pan India. So you can imagine the level of competition which is there, and that is why you have to be the best to get selected. So this was about the what are the different steps into the HR hiring process of TCS. We talked about written round, we talked about the group discussion, and then case study followed by the interview. After the interview, you get the call, and yes, if you have cleared it, so you are selected and you will join TCS. And few suggestions that how you should be preparing: be thorough with a few subjects of your course. It could be payroll, it could be training and development, it could be labor laws, because people ask this days which is your interest area, and then they go deep into that. At the same time, you should be following what is happening in the HR, what are the latest trend. There are some apps as well which you can use, like Economic Times HR, ET HR is an app which is dedicated for the HR news, so you can also use that to stay updated about the HR information that is happening all across. And then developing your personality, developing your communication, developing your confidence is something which will make you stand out, and that is not just for TCS, as I said, but for any other company. All right, so please work on these skills, and I believe if you have done this, if you work on the areas where I have suggested, you can easily clear the HR hiring of TCS. I wish you all the best. If you have any queries, you can let me know in the comment box. And I am on a mission to guide students about preparing for the placements, given my experience in corporates as an HR. So do subscribe to our channel as well. We will be making such good videos which will help you to get more understanding about the placement process and its different aspects. At the same time, if you have some particular query for which you want to have a one-on-one call with me, or you want to give a mock interview with me before you appear for the final interview, actual interview, you can book a slot with me in the link given in the description box. Alright, so thank you so much. Stay tuned.